Chapter 4, The Great Alliance. The fire spreads. Seasons passed, and the first sparks of war became ablaze. The Karoo, restless as ever, struck not only at the Orin but at all who resisted them. Their raids reached the plains, the rivers, even the edge of the shadowed forests. Vaynar the Bold believed the gods themselves had chosen him to unite mankind under the fire. He declared before his warriors, "The world was born in flame, and in flame it will be remade. Those who resist the fire will be consumed. Those who join us will share its light." His words were carried by riders across the valleys, promising glory to those who bent the knee. The plains riders. The Thalek heard his call first. Swift riders of the endless plains, they were masters of the horse. Their hunters painted themselves in ochre and black, their spears as quick as lightning. To them, fire was a friend, it cooked their meat, guided their hunts, and frightened beasts. Vaynar offered them plunder, iron from the Orin, and the promise of land once the mountains fell. The Thalek agreed, sending hundreds of riders to join the Karoo host. With horses and torches, fire now moved swifter than ever before. The shadowed forests. The Nira, secretive and silent, moved in shadows beneath their ancient trees. They saw the Karoo's flames licking at the edges of the forest and knew that fire was their greatest enemy. Fire devoured the woods, destroyed cover, and left nothing but ashes. So the Nira turned to the Orin. Their hunters, cloaked in leaves and shadows, crept into mountain camps, whispering oaths of alliance. They brought gifts of poison-tipped arrows and silent snares. Kalan the stone singer welcomed them, for he knew that fire feared shadow and poison as much as it feared stone. The river folk divide. The Osrek, the people of the rivers, were caught between. They traded with all tribes, their canoes heavy with salt, shells, and obsidian. To side with one meant to make enemies of the others. But war demanded choice. Some Osrek clans leaned toward the Karoo, tempted by promises of flame and conquest. Others favored the Orin, trusting stone to endure where fire would fade. Thus the Osrek were split, brother against brother, river against river. The first alliance of mankind. Thus, for the first time in history, tribes formed great alliances. On one side stood the Karoo and Thalek, joined by fire and speed, their numbers swelling with Osrek defectors. On the other side stood the Orin and Nira, bound by stone and shadow, their rivers guarded by Osrek loyalists. The world itself seemed divided, fire and stone drawing lines across earth, sky, water, and wood. The Battle of the Plains. The first true clash of these alliances came upon the open grasslands. Vaynar led his Karoo torchbearers and Thalek riders, a storm of flame and hoofbeats. Across the fields, Druvak Ironhand stood with his shield wall of Orin, Kalan chanting strength into their hearts, and the Nira hidden among tall grasses. The Thalek charged, their horses tearing through earth like thunder. The Karoo hurled torches, and soon the plains were ablaze. But the Orin locked shields, unmoving even as fire licked around them. From the smoke, Nira arrows whistled, felling riders and torchbearers. The clash raged for a full day. The ground turned black, the sky thick with smoke. By nightfall, both sides bled, but neither broke. The plains were left charred and dead, a wasteland where once grass had waved in the wind. Prophecy in the smoke. That night, as both camps licked their wounds, the shaman spoke. Shira the firekeeper proclaimed. The fire grows. Even when quenched, it rises again. No stone, no shadow, no river shall endure against its hunger. Kalan the stone singer answered. Fire devours itself. It burns bright, then dies. But stone remains, and in the end, it is stone that remembers. The warriors of both sides listened, torn between hope and dread. For though both shamans spoke of victory, both also hinted at ruin. The gathering storm. From that day, the war was no longer a feud of Karoo and Orin. It was the war of all tribes. The Karoo and Thalek burned deeper, faster, fiercer. The Orin and Nira endured, defending mountains and forests with stone and shadow. The Osrek fought themselves, divided rivers spilling blood as much as water. The world shook beneath their struggle. Never before had mankind gathered in such numbers, never before had the earth seen such destruction. And yet, both Vaynar and Druvak knew this was only the beginning. Vaynar dreamed of a city of fire, eternal and unchallenged. Druvak dreamed of a fortress of stone, unbroken and enduring. Both visions demanded more than raids, more than battles. Both demanded creation, and destruction. The storm of destiny drew closer.